That's nasty.
What is going on, guys? Chuck Nasty on Fantasy Football here. It is week 7. I want to apologize in advance for the delay in getting this video up. Had some work stuff come up today. Was there a lot longer than I expected. I was actually doing a grill out for some of my employees. From time to time, real life stuff comes up. It may or may not get in the way of these videos. Hopefully it doesn't. But I want to drop the streaming defenses video for you guys for week 7. A couple of things real quick. I did not do a waiver wire watch week 7 this week because I haven't been getting a ton of engagement on them. Therefore, I feel like it maybe isn't helping you guys. And that's the one that takes the most of my time. So instead of me combing through and creating a 30 or 35 minute video that tells you guys who to pick up on the waiver wire and all that stuff, if you're not using it, I'm not going to make it. It doesn't make any sense. So do me a favor, if you guys are watching that and using it to pick up options on the waiver during the week, drop a comment down below and just let me know that you actually do watch that and are using it. Otherwise, that one takes the majority of my time during the week. So, a couple of things. Streaming options from last week. I hope you guys have been taking my advice. Some of these we are hitting, and we are hitting pretty hard. I would say a good probability of these have been hitting so far. The top picks for last week were the Washington Redskins, the Denver Broncos, and the Cowboys. But most importantly, I had the Skins in a bunch of leagues. They did pretty well, put up 16 points, beat out their projections. It was a pretty good game. Of course, they had a little bit of that Miami Dolphin fever. But the best part about this whole deal, and I was talking to Randy in some of the comments down below, was I said that Marcus Mariota against the Denver Broncos has an above average rate of interceptions per game. And he said he has 0 interceptions through 5 weeks. Why would you start the Denver Broncos defense? Well, Randy, I appreciate you commenting because as you all know, the Titans scored a grand total of 0 points against the Denver Broncos. Marcus Mariota threw 2 picks prior to being benched, and the final point total for the Denver Broncos defense was 23 points, which was really, really good. So keep taking my advice. I'm going to give them to you. The Cowboys, that was a little different. Like, I don't think that anybody projected the Jets to beat the Cowboys, and they didn't do very well, but the other two did, which is the most important part. You should know, going into week 7, the options are not good, okay? I've given you good options. I gave you the Eagles before they put up 35 points. I gave you the Redskins before they put up 16, the Broncos before they put up 23. Be aware of when I'm telling you this. The options this week are not good, okay? The teams that would be potential streaming options owned in 50% or less do not have good matchups. So I'm not telling you that just to go pick up somebody else, but just don't be surprised when your team slightly underperforms this week. I want to be ahead of the curve and let you know that in advance. I'm always going to be straight with you. You're more than welcome to drop specific questions down below on other defenses, but I'll give you 3 anyways, okay? The Tennessee Titans against the Chargers. Now, here's the deal. We know that the Chargers are not playing well right now. They're missing their center, some injuries to their offensive line, and the Titans' defense has actually been pretty good, but what we're using as a general rule of thumb is Vegas projecting the Chargers scoring only 18 or so points, okay? If they only score 18 or so points, the Titans' overall score would be positive. They do have a good defense. The chance of getting a couple of sacks and getting some extra points on the board is above average. Don't expect like a 15 to 20 point game, but Titans defense is one of the options this week. The Packers, I picked them up in a couple of leagues last week. They play against the Raiders this week, and this is a good matchup for them. The Packers defense is pretty good, like slightly above average, but this is such a hard week for me to project out. Vegas says that there is an implied point total for the Raiders of 20, and I'm thinking that this might be one of the good plays for this week. Maybe Derek Carr gives up a pick. Maybe he gives up a couple of extra sacks. both Za'Darius and Preston Smith have been getting into the backfield against their opponents, which in most leagues generates 1 point per sack. So something to keep in mind. And then the last one, please remember that I'm telling you these are not good options this week. Most of the teams available don't have great matchups. I just want you to be aware of that. Still useful information. But the other one is the New York Giants. I was on the treadmill at the gym down the street here, trying to get, a little power walking going. And I watched the Giants actually play really freaking well against the New England Patriots. The New York Giants played really well against the New England Patriots. Really well, like to the point where they could have covered their spread on that Thursday game had the Patriots defense not ended up, securing a punt block that led to a defensive touchdown among some other things. But that game was surprisingly closer than what I thought. And they get a rookie quarterback in Kyler Murray and the Arizona Cardinals. The Cardinals have been gelling a bit better than they started at the beginning of the season. It's improved. They've gotten a couple of weeks under their belt playing together, and they're putting some points up. But the Giants are above average on sacks and above average on interceptions. So you put above average with interceptions, above average with sacks, played the Patriots close, and they get a rookie quarterback. I'm going to use this as one of the streaming defenses this week, okay, for week 7. Other teams to potentially bench, I always give you one to bench. I'm going to say you're going to want to bench the Ravens this week. They play the Seahawks. It's just not a great matchup. The Ravens just acquired from the Rams, Marcus Peters. Seemed like a pretty good deal for them. But more importantly, Jalen Ramsey to the MF LA Rams. So big. 2020 first round, 2021 first round, and then an additional 4th round. Jalen's going to get paid. The Jaguars get a slew of picks. That trade was probably best for everybody because within the last day, literally the last 24 hours, Aqib Talib goes on IR, Marcus Peters to the Ravens, and Jalen Ramsey to the Rams. So we're going to see how it goes. Pretty excited for what that defense has to potentially offer, and look for them to bounce back this week against a bad Atlanta Falcons team. So it's all I've got for you right now. Like I said before, leave down in the comments if you guys are actually using my waiver wire watch video on Tuesday nights. Maybe it would help if I put it up on Monday nights and give you a little more time to look at it. I'm not sure. But as always, you will see me on Thursday for Stardom, Sit-em Week 7, as well as my picks in the Pick'em for the week and a couple of Against the Spread bets for the week as well. So thanks for tuning in as always. Do me a favor, smash the subscribe button down below. Ring the bell, as my wife called it. She told me she wouldn't subscribe to my channel. My wife wouldn't subscribe to my channel if I didn't say ring the bell instead of smash the button. I'm a smash the button kind of guy. Either way, good luck this week. Grab a couple of D's if you need them. Any questions, let me know. Have a good one. Thanks.